Hello there, welcome to Wildtimes. Been a while since we did a post. Obviously we're now in the bleak start of winter. It's December. It's definitely got a lot colder. I don't know if you see my breath. It's definitely a lot colder today. The garden has dramatically transformed probably from the last video you saw. A quick little scan of the garden. So you can see leaves are all over the place. I really should come out and rake them up. From a big pile. Obviously the pond went a little bit manky for a while there, but now I might scoop some of this mass out, but this is growing well. This is starting to grow up quite nice. I'll just let this stuff go. Grass is growing into the pond now. It'll be nice for the frogs and that in come the spring. But yeah, so there's a lot of that in the bottom of there. It looks a bit too much of that, so I might have a little scoop of that out. Make sure I don't disturb any newts at the same time. Watch all the log pile stuff, rotting wood, good for the bugs. All this stuff's starting to die back now. Anyway, so this video is because I decided to clean out the bird houses and make sure like they're fresh, ready for the next season. And it's quite a simple thing to do, and if you do it delicately, you can actually save the nest to see what it's like and have a proper good gander at the nest. So, all you really have to do is undo these two bits here. That should give you quite a nice little ability to get in there and try and protect the nest and keep it looking nice. Well, I'm not going to let you sit here and watch me do this, so give me 1 second. Right, so the screws are now out, and all you have to do is sort of take this off. Whoa, whoa, that made me jump. Didn't expect to see the size of that. And now, I wish I had disturbed it now, is a rather huge, what looks like a false widow with an egg sac. Oh, I wish I'll tell you what, it is properly stuck. That web is so strong, it is really stuck. I wish you could see that better. I don't know if I turn on a light. There you go, look at that. Oh, that's a scary sight. That web is so strong, it's actually holding that wood there. And when I tried to pull the wood, it was very difficult to get it off. That's how strong webbing is. Right, so now I need to think. I don't want to disturb the spider. It's got an egg sac there and everything, look. That's such a shame. Right, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this one as it is, because I said I don't want to just look, oh, she's going to protect her babies. How beautiful is that? Right, so I'm going to leave this one as it is. I'm going to put the lid back on. I'm just going to leave it. Because yeah, in there is, I don't know if I'll be able to see it now, is a net, what used to be a nest. Just try and get that a bit better focus, trying to focus on that. Yeah, so there's the nest in there, the old blue tip nest that was in there. Oh, that's, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to leave this one, because I like the spider too. Oh, focus on the spider again, Hills. Yeah, so the spider's gone back there behind the nest trying to protect that, which is lovely to me. I think that's great. Look at webbing. That webbing is so strong. When I tried to pull it off, I struggled pulling it. I could feel the tension. Oh my god. I didn't realise it would be that strong. Oh, but I love a good false widow spider. Look at that. Beautiful. And the glistening of the web. Right, so we're going to put that back. Not disturb her. And we'll... Sorry about my little jump. I just didn't expect to see it. Oh. So a little bit of arachnophobia I've got still there. Anyway, right, let's put this. I'll put this back on, and I'll show you. I'll go for one of the other nests. Hopefully, it's not as spiderific as this one. Did you see the size of her? Her abdomen was huge. She's well fed. No, you've got. I mean, I've got a thing where I like to respect all nature, and as much as I love seeing the birds coming out of here, and I'd love to get their nest box cleaned out for them, I kind of want to see that false widow as well. I think she should do well as well. But it doesn't matter, I've got loads of bird boxes. But the funny thing is, the ones I thought the birds would go to, they didn't. They went to this one instead, which I thought they wouldn't go to due to the fact that it's quite... I'll put that in the wrong hole. Due to the fact that it's on this fence. And I thought they wouldn't like that, because obviously you think predators could try and get to it, but they loved it. The sad thing was, obviously, in a previous video I've got, if you want to go back and find it, we lost all our blue tits this year. These are all blue tit nest boxes. All we seem to get is blue tits nesting. But we lost them all this year. There was a very, very, very wet early spring when the blue tits are sort of like doing their thing. So I'm screwing this in. And sadly we lost 2 nest boxes worth of blue tits that we had. It was all to do with the fact that it was so wet that all the bugs and caterpillars, etc., that blue tits eat were getting washed off the trees and just weren't surviving. So if there's nothing for blue tits to feed their babies, the babies die. It's a sad, harsh fact of life. And that's sadly what happened with us, and it happened all over the place. There's a big reports going out about it and everything. I mean, a lot of blue tits do a second season, but they didn't want to do it with us, which is sad, but you know. Yeah, the one I thought would is this one, because it's up right high out of the way, nothing can get to it, but nothing nested in that one. The one that was up here, we got a load of blue tits, but again they failed. Yeah, that failed, but we'll open that one next. And those 2 there, which I thought would get some in, that failed as well. So, it didn't fail, nothing happened, the birds didn't come to it. So, just one of them things. But yes. It looks so drab in this time of year, doesn't it? It's not as bright and bushy and colourful, it's all a bit murky and dark. But, anyway, look, back to this nest thing. Right. So that one's sorted out, it's going back to where it was. I love the way the ivy has grown up on that. Hopefully that will engulf that and that will get even more birds maybe want to get in there. Maybe open up and become a robin one, because robins like a bit of thingy. Right, so now we're going to do this one. Well, what I'm going to do, instead of saving you watching me undo it, I'll quickly go and undo it, and then we'll see the nest that's inside it. Okay, so carefully managed to scoop out the nest. What I did was, when I opened it, I sort of put my hand in like that and sort of scooped underneath and lifted and just pulled, and the whole thing come away as one. And it is quite epic. So I'm going to show you what it was like in the box, exactly the same way around it was. So there you go, there is the nest. So this would be the front part of the nest here, and the little hole would be about here. And obviously they've made the nest quarters, the part where they put their babies, right at the back there, sheltered out of the way. So that would be where the babies were. But look at what's in there. I mean, look what it's made out of. There's like feathers in there. There's all kind of, obviously not blue tit feathers, they're too big, a lot of those. So they're probably like feathers they found on the floor. All the moss, there's lots of straw and stuff in there. But yeah, it's just all like, you can see it's just, and this here, this is all like wool and fur. If you look at that, I mean, that looks like, that's definitely some sort of fur, isn't it? I don't know where they would have got that from. Maybe, I mean, some of this looks like sheep's wool, to be honest with you. I mean, that looks like stuffing. You're getting like bears, like stuffed bears and stuff. But it's generally like sheep's wool and that. There's a lot of hair in there. There's a lot of like coarse hair, which could be dog. They found some dog hair scattered around. So yeah, like these nice white feathers, down feathers. They've obviously found from somewhere. And there's little patches of like different things they've threaded into it. But look at that, look at that. All the moss probably from the roofs and God knows where else they've got that from. I kind of want to have a look underneath. What's it like underneath? There's all kinds of bits and bobs in there, but it's generally like 90%, I'll say more than 90%, more than 90% moss, lichen. It's very soft to touch. It's just like a little mattress. There's so much in there though, the amount they've actually put in there, it's ridiculous. I think these tiny little birds are coming back and forth with only a little beak full of stuff, and they just keep going and going and going until they come up with that. The structure, look at that, I mean that, I don't think it's, look, it's just like a little cup that they've made in there. I'm guessing that stuff in there's either mould or poo that's grown in there. Possibly both. But as I said, like when I come to look at this in the spring, I realised that they'd all, the baby birds in there deceased. We've got like 3 chicks out of each that are all deceased. They were coming on. They were starting to get little feathers and everything. So it was so sad that they all didn't make it. But I'll say better luck next year. Look at that. Right, so that was just a quick, well, probably not that quick now, Wildtimes with a major surprise, that false widow that come into it. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this Christmas season. I've put all the lights up and all the tree up now, which is really good. I did that in November though, I'm a bit early. I like Christmas. But yeah, so stay wild, have a very wild Christmas. We will start getting the videos back up more often soon. Had a lot going on that stopped all that sort of stuff, and just time with Brody being a baby and stuff, and also the weather's not been that great, so the kids don't really want to go out in it as much as they used to. But we'll get some more wild stuff going on, especially as the spring comes along. I noticed the bird feeders are getting more heavy with like great tits and cold tits and blue tits again. There was a little a die-off period where nothing really was coming to the bird feeder. All the bird seed was getting a bit I keep throwing it away. But suddenly they've all perked back. They sort of a season, just sort of end of summer, they sort of disappeared for a bit, and then suddenly it's perked up again. It's all good. Must have had more food sources. But yeah, so bird blue tick flew in my head. Right, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll stop blabbering now. I'll see you guys soon. If I don't do another video before Christmas, have a very Merry Christmas. Bye bye.